All right, there it goes. It says we are recording. Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to you. It is the last week of the academic school year here at the Divas household, so I apologize for having to change up the time. Littlest Diva, the little one, graduated from 5th grade today, and of course we have the big diva, or the little diva, the first one, who is graduating high school on Friday. So we are a little bit inundated with end of school stuff, and I know I've heard from a lot of you that you are as well. And I've heard a lot of you are a little bit panicked over the idea of school being out, hey, either this week or in the next couple of weeks. And of course, we have tons of training and have been talking the last few weeks about how to avoid the summer slump and how to, make sure that you still enjoy your summertime and keep your direct sales business going, especially since the summer is going to fly by, and before we know it, we will be back to school and heading into the holiday selling season of 2017. So it will happen very, very fast, especially, again, as we all get out of school and start to enjoy all of those summer activities. So today's training is about recruiting during the summertime. I probably say, there's really not a bad time to recruit, but this is such a great time to recruit over the summer because it gives you such a great opportunity to really lay the foundation and help your new team members get ready for the holiday selling season. You have all summer long to build those relationships, to help your new team members get comfortable in knowing the compensation plan and knowing their products and knowing their party presentation and all that kind of stuff. So this is actually a really, really great time to recruit. I hear a lot that, oh, people are busy, oh, they're going to do it, when school starts back and so on and so forth. But as a leader, as a recruiter, you need to be able to say, I totally understand you wanting to wait because things are crazy. However, if you think about it, I want to get you good and trained and started so that, when the holiday selling season hits, that you are going to be ready. And it's okay to say that because we don't think that way. I saw somebody put on Facebook today that they were like, oh my gosh, they walked into Hobby Lobby and the Halloween stuff is out, and they're like, what the heck? But the truth of the matter is, that's the world we live in. That's, I'm buying a pumpkin to start, talking about things that we can do for the holiday selling season already. That is part of our industry. The retail industry knows it, and you can either fight against it or embrace it. And so I'm going to encourage you to just kind of embrace it and get excited. If you are one of those people that resists the holidays, then I'm going to tell you that if you have to start singing carols now and listening to jingle bells and whatever it takes to kind of get you in the mood. I say as I sit here in shorts with it almost 100 degrees outside, so I totally get it. But again, I digress. Coming back, this is just a great time to build your team. And as a leader, it's a time for you to say, I want you now because I want you to be ready then. Don't wait until the holiday selling season is here, which really and truly for us, that starts around September, October. So back to school is really when you get those new holiday catalog releases and so on and so forth, and it really kind of cranks up. A lot of places, it already starts cooling off. Not here in Florida. We don't get a reprieve for quite a while, but certainly that is the timeline. So let's talk about recruiting, because I think there's kind of a misconception, and I really don't even necessarily like the word recruiting. I don't like sponsoring either. I'm not sure what the perfect word would be for what it is that we do, but you have to understand that it is leadership and bringing new people into the business. It is a recruiting type, sponsoring type, mentoring type. Like, we need to come up with a word that is all those many things, because recruiting is more than just getting somebody to sign on a dotted line. Recruiting has to do with presenting the opportunity for someone to change where they are in their life and to change what their options are. And one of the things that I have talked to my girls about so much is that the whole money cannot buy happiness, but what money does in your life is gives you options. And so when you're talking about recruiting or bringing somebody into the business, or mentoring, that kind of thing, you're talking about giving people options in their life, and that is huge, and it is not something to be taken lightly. It is something that we should absolutely focus on, be a part of, be excited about, and be a huge advocate for. You literally have the ability to change someone's life, and I know how cliche that sounds, and even saying it, you think, wah, wah, how many times have we heard this? But the thing is, it's absolutely true. You're offering an opportunity for someone to be able to change their current state, to be able to get rid of some of the things that hold them down, and to be able to bring in new, whatever that may be. Recruiting and that opportunity comes in all different shapes and sizes for every person. And so that's why it is important not to just focus on getting that signature or getting that person to jump on your team, but instead to really talk about what it is that they need. What would their options look like? And when you really peel people back, those options, again, are different for everybody, whether it's going to school, sending their kids to school, getting their kids in a better school, getting themselves in a better house, getting out of a toxic relationship, getting into a relationship, like a wedding. So there are all these many things. When you really peel it back, you get to see what people truly want, what those options are. And it all boils down to one word. There's all one thing that we are really striving for. And that word is freedom. The freedom to do what we want, when we want, where we want, with who we want, how we want. And that is something that you are offering in the business opportunity. So you have to understand that while the business opportunity foundation is to make money, we're all here to make money. We all, nobody's standing around going, oh, I just have so much money, I don't know what to do about it. But you have to have an understanding that what money represents is different for everyone. And so to be able to offer an opportunity that matches what someone wants, I mean, I've been talking for 7 minutes and I could stop now, because this is the bottom line foundation. Remember how I talk all the time about how we are solution creators? Your business opportunity, people joining your team, people selling what you sell, offering what you offer, whatever, is a solution for people. Okay, that is a solution to not having enough money, not having enough freedom, not having enough options. It becomes a solution for sending kids to college, going back to college, get out of relationship, get into relationship, change houses, change this, change jobs, quit jobs, all of those things. Money is what drives it, but it is important to create that solution. So you have to find what their problem is. What is it that they want? And how is it that your business creates that? Because what you're really offering is not necessarily money. Okay, so I want you to change the way that you think about not only your business opportunity, but how you present it. And make sure that you are not focusing on the tangible side, which is the income, and talking more about those things that are more abstract and are more open. So being able to be your own boss, that goes back again to freedom. Having a boss is not that big of a deal. I've had some incredible bosses and I've loved working for them. But let's face it, when you have somebody to kind of answer to, that chips away at your freedom. No glass ceiling. The only thing standing in your way is you. And that's true, by the way, for all of us. So that does not make you unique at all. That is true for everybody. But to someone who has maybe felt held down, been in a job that had a cap, or some, something that didn't allow them to really master and be able to use all of their skills. That's pretty enticing. And the biggest one, I think, and because time and freedom to me almost feel interchangeable, when you are offering somebody the time, that gives them the freedom to do what they want. Time is the one resource we don't get back. We can, you get rid of water, it rains. You can, create new food. You can create new, like all these resources and whatever you can recreate. Time is the one thing that we can't give back. And so your business opportunity, the ability to create money, to create options, to create all that kind of stuff, gives people more time. And the foundation of Party Plan Divas being more time, we are so successful because especially when you start to realize that you don't get any more time, that is when you realize what a huge commodity it really is. And so that is a powerful thing to be able to give new time. Now, let me tell you about one recruiting truth, and this is something that is huge, and also speaking of time. If you have to talk someone into joining, okay, because I get people that say, well, Lindsay, I've got somebody, she's thinking about it, she's talking about it, she's on the fence, she just can't decide. If you have to talk someone into joining, if you have to bribe someone into joining, if you have to entice someone into joining by giving away everything in the universe that you possibly can, then that is how they're going to be in business. There are some exceptions to that rule, okay, but this one is important. This one is one that you need to really get and really need to understand. If you have to talk them into it, then you're going to have to talk them into everything else. You're going to have to bribe everything else. Whatever method it is that you use to get them into the business is what you're going to have to normally use to get them to continue being into the business. So again, you're thinking, well, then how am I supposed to get them to join? Okay, so there's a few things, okay? Number one is to be good at being a consultant, okay? To love your business, to love your industry, to love your products, to be a product of the product, to talk about the product, to share often, and to ethically be a good consultant. Don't get involved in the drama and chaos and whatever. If there is drama going on in your team and your, whatever, and rise above it. Okay, rise above it. Be the girl that doesn't engage, doesn't get involved. Be a model consultant. You will have to beat people off with a stick because that level of leadership and passion and drive, when you exude that, people want that. You don't have to talk someone into that. When you are authentically in love with your business and with what you do and with what we have to offer, people are naturally drawn to you. So be a model consultant and be open to and discuss and talk about what the business has done for your life. Know what gifts you have to offer. Again, this is not just about money. We offer so much more than money. There's so much more to it. But understand, again, it's that onion we got to peel back. What does money represent? What has it represented for you? In the very beginning, when I first started out, all I wanted was to get a pedicure once a month. Guys, that's $35 profit. That's it. Okay, maybe 40 if I tipped well. But that was it. But in the very beginning, I talked about that. I talked about every time I got that pedicure and how much it meant for me to just spend that 1 hour by myself doing my own thing. And even that was just kind of where it all began. Now it's okay to talk about vacations that you're on or things that you're purchasing, not in a gloating way, but in a gratuitous, way of showing gratitude. I'm so thankful for my business because it allows this. It gives me the option for this. Next thing is to share the gift with everyone. Don't prejudge. You never know who, and you never know when. One thing that I will say is that it's okay to connect with people on, say, Facebook Naturally, I have something in my eye because we're live here. If you connect with somebody on Facebook and you can talk about the business or whatever, it's okay if they don't join right that minute. No doesn't necessarily mean no, never, no, not no, where, never happening. It just may mean not right now. You don't know what may happen 6 months from now or a year from now or whatever. However, that is why it is important to be that model consultant all the time, to not air your dirty laundry on social media, to realize that Facebook is not a therapist, to realize you're not going to ever change anybody's mind with something that you put on Facebook, to realize that we are only making the media worse by sharing horrific stories and stuff like that. So, like I said, just rise above and don't be that girl, right? Share the gifts with everybody. Be duplicatable. Be authentic. Having a system, whether you use the Diva Success System or not, have a system that people can replicate. The reason why the Diva Success System is so simple is because literally anybody can do it. And time again, people are doing it over and over and over around the globe and are having success with it. And not only that, they're teaching it. This industry gets overcomplicated. We feel like we have to have all these tools and gadgets and gizmos and whatever. We don't. When it comes down to the core of the business, that has not changed in more than 100 years, 50 years. How many years we've been in business? I'm trying to think. I think one of the companies that I wrote for has been around for 130 years, and I thought, has our industry been around that long? But you get the point. The core of the business has not changed. We're still the middle selling consumers, humans, heartfelt human beings that need relationships. That has not changed. If you have somebody who just doesn't have the money, like that's the one thing standing in their way, or they're still kind of on the fence or whatever, offer the kickoff party. The kickoff party was a great way. I build my team immensely using the kickoff party. And it basically, when I had somebody who was interested in the business, I said, you know what, I got an idea. Let's have a party. It'll be like your hostess, except if you want to join the business after the party, then instead of getting hostess credits, we can put that towards your kit, or we can, goodness, gotta pop it. We can put that towards your kit, or we can, put these orders underneath you or whatever. Like, be strategic and be creative. Because here's the thing, if that person wants to join, then everybody who was at the party, they start the business with orders, with parties. Hopefully you focus on the bookings with the kickoff party. We have a ton of training specific kickoff party stuff. And even if somebody wants to join the business, you can put them under their friend, under that person. The worst case scenario is that they don't want to join. So then you've had a party where you have your own sales and your own hostess plan, or your own new hostesses, and possibly even new recruits. So the kickoff party was a great, was a great no pressure way to introduce the business. And it was a win-win. I was about to say no win. It is a win-win, because if they sign up, great, you got a new team member who has business starting from day one. If they don't join your team, no problem. You had a party, so you personally get the sales, the bookings, and the recruits. Okay, so it's a win-win no matter which way it goes. Now, that's a very brief overview of the kickoff party, but you can certainly read more in our training library. Make sure you know the compensation plan, because understand that while you're offering this and you're talking about this and you're modeling this and you're showing and you're talking about all those options that you can give and stuff, you're going to have those people that want the nitty-gritty, that really want to know. And so it is important that you know just exactly how that person is going to be able to achieve that, just exactly how they're going to be able to get those options and have those solutions. And then the last thing is to follow up. Now, I've got just a minute here, so I'm going to tell you. The first party that I went to, she talked about all the, this is the great business, and this is how you join, and this is how, did all the right things. And so when I walked into the ordering room, I said, I want to sign up. This is awesome. I want to do this. And she said, fantastic. I will give you a call. And I never heard from her again. I still have not heard from her. I never heard from her. And I walked around for a while thinking she didn't like me, or she didn't think I would be good at it, or I didn't get the job kind of thing. And now that I've been in the business, I realize, and after a while, I realized that it was probably just because follow up is one of the things that people don't do. We feel like that phone, it's going to weigh 600 pounds or, whatever. But can you imagine, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars she missed out on because she wouldn't or didn't call me. So what ended up happening is I ended up getting online and I joined a different company with someone who incidentally did follow up. But the thing is, we've all done it. I've still done it. Even with that being my experience, there were still people that I told I would call and didn't. And so just, you've got to just pick up that phone. Now, first of all, the first rule is if somebody walks in and says, I want to do this, sign them up. Because had she just said, great, Visa or MasterCard, I would have literally signed up with her company in that ordering room, that second, that moment, that whatever. That is why I do still, even in this day of technology, suggest that you have a printed paper consultant application that you can have in your mobile office. So if somebody, or if you have a tablet that you can connect to the Wi-Fi or whatever, if you can sign somebody up that microsecond, by all means do it. Don't automatically assume that they have to wait or get the money together or ask somebody or anything. If you can sign them up that minute, by all means do it and get them started and celebrate it. You can walk out of that ordering room cheering because you got that new team member or whatever. So the first thing is if somebody says, I want to do this, you say, absolutely, let's get your kit ordered. And let them say, oh, no, wait, I can't do it right this minute. But don't think that you can't just automatically say, boom, sign them up. But if you do say that you're going to call somebody back, call them. Call them. You will have some people that have said they changed their mind. You will have some people that don't answer the phone. You will have some people that never return your call. That's okay. All right, it's okay. But you're going to have some people that are genuinely like me waiting on your call, that want to hear from you and that want to join your team and want to sign up. So make sure that you do that follow up. Again, I don't know how much money. Someday I should sit down and actually figure it out. I don't know how much money she missed out on, but it was all because she did not pick up the phone. All right. This was a great article that I loved. It was called 5 Habits of a Remarkable Recruiter. And these are 5 things that I want you to work on this summer, really strengthen these skills here. The first one is to work the business with consistency. If you see that sign right over, it's backwards, right there. My word of the year for 2007 has been consistency. The business has grown in a big way. Both businesses have grown in a big way because of consistency. Not because I've been 100% consistent. I have to remind myself every day, every month, every week that is my word. But consistency is key. And if you look at those top earners, top recruiters, top whatever, consistency is something that they all have done and they all have really worked on. And that is true no matter what business that you are in. Number 2 is that they smile a lot. I'm going to really encourage you to have a smiley kind of summer. If you have to unplug from social media some, if you have to unplug from news outlets, don't read the paper, whatever. Unfortunately, guys, we're in a really negative space right now where the media is concerned and things that are being shared on Facebook and stuff. Just don't engage. What you allow into your mind is powerful, and what you allow your mind to think about and to focus on and all that kind of stuff, I believe you can truly change your life, your business, your everything by being a little more, having a little more boundaries and being a little more censored on what it is that you allow in. I see a lot of people complaining on Facebook, and I don't think that it is a coincidence that those who are constantly complaining are also struggling in business and life and everything else. I think they are, kind of going hand in hand. Number 3, they're active and not passive in recruiting. When I, say to talk about the business and to kind of put it out there. I'm not saying that you don't ever have to say, have you thought about doing what I'm doing? I would love to have you on my team. Make that first move. I actually connected with a gal on Facebook probably 6 months ago, and she reached out recently, and I was just impressed with her follow-up because of something that I posted, and she, just kind of circling back around, to talk, and I was just impressed with her follow-up. And the thing is, this is a top leader, and I have to think that that is one of the reasons why. Now, that being said, I haven't talked to her in those couple of months, so I was not interested in what she had, and I can't say that had we not spoken once a week even, or in between there, that I wouldn't have been. Again, that relationship is not there, but I was certainly impressed with her follow-up skill. Make sure that you are focusing more on others. The great thing about this industry is, and it's, I mean, if everything like this was in the world was like this, I think we'd be in a totally different place. Our industry rewards you for helping others. That's it. You create solutions, you create opportunities, you create options for other people, you help people achieve their dreams, and by default, your dreams are achieved, okay? Because you are rewarded for helping. That is very different than corporate America, where you have to step on each other and cutthroat and, whatever, the whole rat race thing. So don't take that lightly. Focus on others. Focus on how you can help other people and what you offer, whether it is with your products, with your leadership, with your hostess plan, with your mentorship, with your knowledge. How can you help people? How can you help other people? When you focus on that, by default, your business will grow. And then again, stay in control of the process. Have systems. Work on that consistency. If someone says they're going to think about it, follow up, okay? Because this is your business and you are in control. One of my favorite quotes: behind every successful woman is herself, okay? You can absolutely do this. This industry is incredible. That's why there are people signing up in troves every single day to join the opportunity that they have, that we are all, involved in. And so if they're going to sign up, why not sign up under you, right? Why not join your team? So that is it. Summertime recruiting. People are going to be out and about. It is vacationing. It is a very, very busy time, very active time. Stay in front of people. We're going to have our social media summer kicking off next week, I guess the week after next, for June. Social media summer is going to be the whole month of June and the whole month of July. I am seriously kicking up my social media. I want you to do the same, and I'm going to have more details about that in the Facebook community. Next week is our leaders webinar here on Monday, so make sure that you RSVP to that in our community as well. And then, of course, in July, we have our Christmas in July. So we're going to be really, really ramping things up in the month of June for social media. Then we have more social media in July with the Christmas in July. And then, again, before we know it, we'll be heading into back to school. So hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. If you have little graduates, big graduates, it is certainly the season to celebrate that completion. So big hugs out to all the mamas that are becoming empty nesters for college, and good luck to all of the kids wherever they are heading, whether it is like littlest Diva just heading off to middle school, or like little Diva heading off to college, wherever you guys fall in that, or maybe it is you wearing that cap and gown, or even wanting to. Maybe that's what you're thinking about for fall. Just, the sky's the limit. We can do it all. So thanks again for tuning in, you guys. I will see you next week. Bye.